Hello and welcome to another self-playing critique here on How to Play Paintball. This was actually a off-weekend practice, so I went out to Legacy in Lakeland, and some of the players from Damage and MLKings were out there, or actually one player from MLKings, Kyle Berry, and also Marcelo Margot from Dynasty. So they were practicing getting ready for the Team USA stuff, and also New York Wrecking Crew had come down. So I was able to jump in, so thank you to all of them for letting me do that. But I thought I would do a self-playing critique. And then this way, maybe if your local layout or local event is having this layout, it could be something that'll help you out, or you just wanted to learn. It also just helps me out, and I thought you guys might enjoy this as well. So, without further ado, let's jump into this crazy layout and show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this first one here, I was kind of playing more of a two-roll. You can see you can get pretty lost here on the layout, especially on this Dorito side and the Snake side. So what I'm doing is just making sure that I'm getting the information across. I'm just repeating whatever it is that I hear. Once I saw the opening to be able to get out wide, I did go ahead and do that. We were able to get 3 shots or 3 kills pretty quickly. If you use... I was using this 50 wedge, and then it was just this last player at the end here. So, ended up being a pretty quick point. Now this one, getting out to this Dorito isn't too difficult. It's not anything that's like super intense or anything like that, but you're able to see this gap. Now this gap is something that you're able to see some of the moves that might be going out there. I was able to make this move because that player went out deep, and I didn't see any paint coming across. I don't remember there being any pressure. And then same thing, going across here, we were able to get those shots. Chris from Damage was actually able to get an elimination. And I wanted to put this up because I actually messed up. I should have taken the inside route, gone to the right, and gone up into the Dorito and kind of gone straight up. Instead, my head stuck up a little bit too high. So just not playing tight enough, and it's something that I don't think it happened again. So as long as you're not making the same mistake twice, that's definitely going to be important. Now, if you are playing this layout, there are gaps that the center can really cut down on. But what I looked at is I went, oh, I think I can make this move. I went up into this wedge because I didn't feel the pressure. And when I came across, I was expecting there to be the player in the middle, but then this player had gone up to that 50. So I was able to eliminate him and then just go gun up against this player. It was one of those really weird ones that, okay, cool, I'm alive. So I am cutting off this Dorito side, get another elimination there. I should have actually said that earlier. That's something that I should have done, was just mentioning the kill count, and then even done this quicker, talking about, you know, where this player was. So this is definitely something I could have done better. I think I just kind of had blood in the water and was just kind of reacting, but not having that communication was not good. And then it just ended up being the last player here. So ended up getting 4, so that was cool. Now, this is one that I definitely messed up on. I really should be rolling off. There's some times that, you know, I'm just not keeping paint in the air. So looking at this, I'm like, I could have been doing this better. Now, when I came out into this corner, it was to try to surprise. It was try to surprise that 50 wing. What happened was there were some people that were shooting cross, and it made it really hard to stay alive. So this was something that once I was able to get down the wire, I'm like, okay, cool, I can hold this. What I should have done, it ends up that I get pinched out here because the player down the wire is able to eliminate me. What I should have done is actually gone up and used that little Dorito in front of me to go into that wing that you can see there, that little one. If I had just crawled up to that, I think I could have blocked out some of the other players and at least made it where that player has to try to come and get me, and then I had someone else next to me. So I could have basically been bait just to get that help. So this one, if you can get dominant, stay dominant. So I was able to get that elimination. This outside route that they were taking, if you shoot into that little gap, you can eliminate them, and then this player was just here in the middle, so I was able to trade with him. So I got 3 on that one. I think we ultimately lost the point, but, you know, it happens. So this was something fun. It had rained right before this one, so the paint in my loader decided, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and and jam, so that was fun. So they were calling the right 50 brick, so I was staying posted on this player. The player goes, if you look on the left side of the screen, you'll probably be able to see that there's a player that comes into our snake. I was trying to stay tight from him, and then my marker didn't shoot because of the just wet paint in my loader. So that was kind of my own fault, and then they ended up shooting me down the wire. So this one, coming out and shooting the cross and then shooting heads up, I was able to get the elimination on the that snake corner. I really should have probably been focusing more on shooting into the gap going into that little Aztec, or maybe gone up into the brick. I think if I had done that, I could have maybe caught that player that went into the snake, but ended up that Keith, who was playing with me, got eliminated somehow, but it let me get into the snake, and they didn't see me at all. So I'm going to come up here, wrap, and shoot this tower. I'm sorry, this Dorito. So I got that elimination, and I knew that there was someone in the snake, so it was more just kind of blocking people out. This is one of those situations where, okay, I get another elimination here, so that's, you know, kill 3. And then I'm going to trade with the snake player here. What probably would have been better is me to call those eliminations, so at least get that information across, and then I was able to trade with him. So I was able to get 4, which is good, but it's just the little lapse in those little minor things. That's really what I'm focusing on here. Now, both sides are very much about the quick moves, making sure that you are checking off the middle, because the middle can cut up both sides, has some decent cross shots. Now, getting up into here, just trying to put pressure. Once I was able to get this guy in, I dove across. I think I did it kind of funky, but it doesn't have to look good, just needs to work. And this is where, so we were trying to just break down communication. This point's going to slow down a lot here. So they had both corners. We didn't know that it was kill 3, I think, at this point. I had no idea that it was just the 2 corners. But even when I dove across, I should have just been talking. I think I was, so you can hear that I was just repeating, or I guess I was talking. There's always room for more communication. You guys know that. So what I could have been doing here is trying to, I had 2 players behind me, so we're on a 3-on-2 situation here. So if I'm able to, actually that was Kyle from the MLKings, I think, saying like, hey, I got it. Or no, maybe that was Danny from HIT that was playing with us as well. Just saying like, look, I got you down the wire. So I knew I had someone watching the wire. Worst thing that happens is if somehow they came through the middle, I would probably be able to get the trade. I was trying to ask to see what else was going on, because I wanted to make this move going into this Dorito. So I'm looking, and I probably should have just taken it. So because I saw the player go into the snake, I'm trying to shoot. There's a bounce shot that I was just trying to see if I could get, and it just wasn't working. What I probably could have done is, because they went into the snake, just taken off down the Dorito side, so that way the snake has to turn and look at me. Again, just trying to see this bounce shot, and it ends up that he goes across into that next gap and is able to shoot me through that little tiny gap. So hopefully this is something that you guys enjoyed. I know it's not a layout that a lot of you are playing. Makes it where it'd be really great to go out to play in France for the European Championships, because it's going to be a crazy layout. A lot of big moves, a lot of aggression. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And if you guys are playing on this layout, just know it's going to be real aggressive. I wasn't shooting a whole lot of paint just because there's so many big moves that are happening. So put down in the comments down below if there's anything that you saw as well. And also put down in the comments, is there anything that you would like to see videos on? I would appreciate to see that. Thank you again to ProEdge for sponsoring this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. As always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.